Hi guys, it has been a while. Not done a lot of skateboarding recently, due to weather mainly, but also a new job where the hours are quite long and it's taking its toll on my skateboarding. But in this video, it's one I've wanted to do for a while. As you well know, my last lot of videos have been on these two particular playlists right here: Skatepark Sundays and Skatepark Saturdays. And this is a video I wanted to do the Saturday following on from the last Skatepark Saturday. I want to order the skate parks I went to from worst to best, and I wanted to do this, but I just haven't got round to it due to work. Well, it's not only been work, I have also been doing this. This is another YouTube channel, and this is for my son, really. He likes playing computer games. He wanted to have his own channel, so I started doing some videos with him, playing some of these computer games. I know most of you guys are probably not interested in computer games, but you might know people who are, who enjoy watching this stuff, and if they are, please go over, watch some of his videos. Mainly Fortnite, a couple of other stuff though, like as you can see on the screen there, Minecraft, Ultimate Chicken Horse. Generally kids games, but the kids do like watching these kind of things, and that's, strangely enough, I do kind of like making them. Spending some time with my son, doing something he enjoys, and as he enjoys it, it means I enjoy it. So please go and check that out. But back to this video. This video is about Skatepark Saturdays. Yes, I'm not back at the skate park, but I am gonna rate the 13 parks that I went to on this playlist from worst to best. And I'm going to give you a rundown of why I like them, what I didn't like about them, and all that good stuff. So I hope you enjoy this video and see which one turns out to be my favourite. So I have all the thumbnails from the 13 skate parks I went to down here, and I've got 1 to 13 on this side, and we're going to order them out. And I think the first skate park is going to be pretty obvious, because the video what I did on it, I said I didn't like the park. It's the closest skate park to me, and I never go there. And there's got to be a reason if it's the closest one and I never go, because I don't like it. So at number 13 is Fitton Hill Skate Park, and that was from episode 3 of Skatepark Saturdays. So if you've not seen it, go and take a look. You'll see on there why I don't like the park. It's just more designed for bikes. The quarter pipes are all pretty steep, and the surface that is there is a bit rough in places, and yeah, it's just not a park that I like. There's no flow to it. It's just 2 straight lines, really. And has to be 13 on the list. So we will remove that one from this side of the list. So moving on to number 12 is Royton Skate Park. One I don't really go too much. I was just passing it at the time when I filmed this one. It wasn't a plan to go there. It was just on my way somewhere else. I had been bored, so I stopped off, filmed the video. And this one, again, there's not really much there. But the reason I put it above Fitton Hill is I liked the bank to bank spot on it. Plus there is a rail and a ledge at this park where there isn't at Fitton Hill. And they were the reasons why that one has crept above Fitton Hill and got on the list above it, because there's not really much to it, to be honest, differently. So then the next one on the list, I'm going to put Milnrow, which was one of the latest parks I went to. It's from episode 14, and I went there, and if you've seen the video, as soon as I got into the parking lot, it wasn't looking good. That's all I'm going to say. I won't spoil the video. If you've not seen it, go and watch it. As for the park itself, it was okay. It was quite small, quite tight, and yeah, it just wasn't my cup of tea really. There was the odd bit that wasn't too bad, but I can't see myself really wanting to go back there. It's just the little half three-quarter bowl thing was really tight, and yeah, I didn't like the shape of it so much. Then the quarters were again quite big and steep, so yeah, not my favourite park. It was wet when I went there, so maybe it's not really a fair comparison and a bit of an injustice because I didn't really skate it that much, but something that I just didn't like about it. Now the next park on the list at number 10 is, this is a hard one. It's between two parks to put there, and I think I'm going to go a bit controversial, and I'm going to say, no, I'm not going to go controversial at this moment in time. Well, maybe it is controversial because people do like this skate park, but not as controversial. I'm going to go with the next pick. But at number 10 is Bolton Skate Park, and that was just because it was a nice park, but it was situated right in the town centre, and it was right next to a supermarket, and people could just walk through it and stuff, and it was weird. I just couldn't, the vibe just wasn't there in this park. There was no real vibe, and some of the quarter pipes were weirdly designed. They wasn't really high, but they were steep, and it just made it a bit more difficult. Maybe if it was your local park and you rode there all the time, you would get used to it, but for me I found it quite difficult and strange, and I just couldn't get into my rhythm because being surrounded by everyone just walking past and looking at you and walking through. I prefer my skate parks to be off the main track, so you're a bit hidden away, so to speak, and at least until I get going, because I do struggle with warming up in front of people and stuff. I'd rather be hidden away. Once I get going and I'm in the zone, it doesn't affect me, but that is hard to do at this skate park. So down on the list at number 10. Then, as I said, next one is going to be very, very controversial because loads of people love going to the skate park. But at number 9 is Projects Skate Park in Manchester. And why at number 9, you might ask? Well, I just don't like the park. It's just a mismatch of obstacles. There's no real thought gone into how it's been designed or anything. And yeah, it's not the park for me. Plus, you have to pay to get in it. And I'm not against paying to get in it. I go to Greystones quite a lot, as you've seen in my other videos. Greystones is not on this list because I wanted to go to parks that I've not been to regularly on the channel, so that wasn't on the list, along with Kosher Green, which is another skate park I go to quite a lot. But this is a park I've not really been to, and I went Projects, and yeah, you have to pay to get in, and I just feel there's far better skate parks around and you don't have to pay to get into. And I have much more fun at them. They might not be as big, but they have a better layout about them, they have a better flow about them. Size is not the be all and end all of a skate park. So I just want to put that one out there. It's going to be very controversial, but Projects is down on number 9 on the list. So then it comes to what I would pick for the next ones. And I did say size is not the be all and end all, but at number 8, sadly, goes Seymour Skate Park. And I love this park, don't get me wrong. I went here and I had a blast. I loved every obstacle at the park. But the problem is this one is super small. And I know I said size is not the be all and end all, but I was there and there was just 2 of us at the beginning skating, and that was fine. Another person turned up. Yeah, it was still okay. And then a 4th person come, and it was like, wow, this place seems crowded. There's 4 people here and it already seems crowded. So yes, size is not the be all and end all, as I said in the last thing, but you have to have a little bit of size so there's a bit of room for more people to gather, because I would not like to be at this skate park if it was very busy. At 4 people, I felt it was crammed. So I think that is enough said. But the layout of the park and the actual obstacles, I loved it. I would definitely go there again, but I would want to be there on my own, ideally, because it is that small. That is the only. If that was a bigger park, it would be way higher up on the list. It is only down there, down to pure size. So then, at number 7 on the list, I am going to put Hebden Bridge. And maybe I'm being a bit harsh on this one, but I was being told good things about this park. A lot of people was telling me I should go and to go and check it out and how great it was and everything. And then I went and yeah, it was an okay park, but it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. I was a bit disappointed. I mean, obviously when I was there, I did break my truck as well. So if you've not seen this one again, go and check it out and see just how I did break my truck. Yeah, maybe I'm being a bit harsh on this one because I had higher expectations of it, of things people had said and how good it was. But I just wasn't, I wouldn't say I wasn't feeling it, because it was okay. It just wasn't, I had better visions in my own head of how it was going to be. And the bowl that's here, it just doesn't seem like it's the right size, and the things are just a bit off about it. Like the shallow end just ends, like you've got 2 shallow like cut-offs to it. What then have obviously the connecting bit what goes round, and if you went to drop in on the connecting area to get into the deep end, like the roll into the deep end is pretty much at the bottom of the ramp, so you don't really have the time to adjust. And I didn't skate it, so I don't know whether it would skate better than it looked, but it just didn't look like things were in the right proportions. So that one's Hebden Bridge at number 7. Maybe I am being harsh on that one, but it is what it is. I did enjoy the rest of them a lot more. So then, number 6. This skate park I did like, I have to say, but there was a few flaws in it, and that is why it is at number 6, and that is Glossop Skate Park. And I'll tell you something, I will go back to Glossop Skate Park for one reason: the little ledge that you will see in this video. If you go ahead and watch it, episode 10 of Skatepark Saturdays, because I do like that ledge. But the skate park as a whole, if that ledge wasn't there, I don't think I'd really want to go back to it. It's not a bad park when you look at it, but when you start skating it, you do see things that are wrong. Like the gaps between the obstacles are massive. There's like the one side of the park, then the middle, and then the other side, and the gaps are so big to like keep your flow going, which is a downside to that park. And then also, the park is on a slight angle going down one way. So if you can see in this picture, I don't know if you can see it clearly, but this end of the park here, that's like sort of where the bottom of the hill would be. And there's two flat banks, then there's a quarter pipe in the middle of the flat banks. And if you was to drop in on that quarter pipe, you don't even have enough speed to make it over the fun box here. So another little design flaw just holding it back. If this was pushed closer together and on a flatter surface, it could potentially be higher up the list. But flaws of the skate park have knocked it down out of the top 5 and into 6th position. So now we're getting into the top 5. And at number 5, very good skate park I feel, is Memorial Park. And the reason this one is low, it's maybe bigger than some of the other ones that are still to come, and it has some good obstacles. But there's part of the skate park which is extremely slippy. They've made it out of some weird material, and it could be quite dangerous in a way. I mean, I didn't have any problems skating it, but I could see how it could get dangerous depending on the tricks you're doing and stuff. But yeah, Memorial Park is a park I'm probably going to go to again, just like Glossop. It is a good park, but one of these parks had to come down to number 5 on the list, and the slipping material, and I wouldn't say there's no flow in it, but there's probably not as much flow as the other parks. And there's obstacles I like better at the other parks, and that's what brings this park down. There's certain obstacles I really like at the other parks. So, at number 4, this was tough. It was tough to decide which one was going to be number 4. But I went for Lowestoft Skate Park at number 4. It's one of the only skate parks around that has a good bowl in it. Like I said, Ebden Bridge had a bowl in it, but it was pretty poor. This is the only other skate park I've been to, outdoor skate park, because there is a bowl at Greystones. This is the only other outdoor skate park I've been to that has a bowl, and this bowl is very good. It's the right proportions, it's a great bowl. Plus the steps that you can see in the video there are very nice for grinding. And then there's the other little bits of stuff around. The other stuff, they're good to skate, they're not superb, but they're not bad either. But it's the steps and the bowl I really like about this skate park. And they're the they're the 2 items that brought it above Maple Skate Park. If it wasn't for those 2 things, then Marple Skate Park would be above Lowestoft if it wasn't for the bowl and the steps. But them 2 combined just bring it above Marple Skate Park. Other than that, there's not really much else to talk about on that one. And then the big one comes now with these parks is Alexander Skate Park in Stockport. and Boulderstone Skate Park in Rochdale. And at number 3, I'm gonna go for Alexander Skate Park. It's a great park, the vibe there is amazing, and that is what brings it right up on the list. The vibe of that skate park is so good. And there's a nice mini ramp, which is a micro mini, which is good to skate, and then there's a bigger mini ramp. There's few obstacles around which are really good. And I really do like that skate park. You know what, actually? I like it so much, I've actually changed my mind mid-video. Alexander Skate Park is not number 3 on the list. Just talking about the good vibes and stuff and thinking of how good it was has made me want to move it up to number 2 on the list. Yes, I've changed my mind. So Alexander Skate Park is going to be number 2. So number 3 will be Boulderstone. And again, there's so many good little things at Boulderstone Skate Park I like. There's the box, there's a nice small flat bank, and then a medium sized one and a bigger one so you can work up on. The quarter half bowl type thing is really cool. And then the really small quarter pipe is great for learning tricks on, but it's hard to get flow to get to it, so you have to push to it and stuff sometimes, so it can be a bit tiring. And then the reason what's made me change my mind and bring it down to number 3 instead of number 2 is the vibe. The vibe is not as good at Boulderstone Skate Park. You get quite a lot of scooter kids. Sometimes they can be a bit arrogant and a bit annoying. And that's what's made me bring it down when I think about it. I love all the obstacles there. Maybe more so than Alexander Skate Park, but the vibe has brought it down a little bit. And going back to number 2, Alexander Skate Park, that has, again, it has good obstacles, but there's no like small flat banks, if you get me. Well, there is, but it's more of like a start off ramp than a flat bank you'd skate at the edge of the park. But I do like the micro mini, and it has, I'd say, near enough equally as good obstacles as what Boulderstone has. So the vibe just brings it up above the others. And then at number 1, I think it was always obvious it was going to be number 1, is from episode 11, Ramp City in Blackpool. And this is an indoor park, and to compare it to all the rest of them is probably a bit unfair, because it is massive. It has everything that you could want. There's a vert ramp in there. There were everything. It is such a good park, and it's a clear winner. If you want to see just how good it is, just watch the video, episode 11, Skatepark Saturdays. Watch that, and I won't have to really say anything else. Anything you want is there. There is no bowl though, I would say. So maybe not everything you want, but other than a bowl, there is everything you want from a skate park. Great park it is, that one. And a clear, obvious winner. But as I said, it is probably a bit unfair comparing it to some of these other smaller outdoor parks. And I didn't even mind paying to get in that one. And I'll tell you something else. That skate park is actually cheaper to get into than Project Skate Park. And it's way higher up on my list. Just like I say, so we'll run through the list again. So at number 13 was Fitton Hill, always going to be last. Then Royton Skate Park. And 11 was Milmro. 10, Bolton Skate Park, which has potential to be great if it was in a different location. I think if it was in a different location, I would probably have it higher up on my list. It was just, I couldn't get into the swing of things. I didn't like the location. Some of the ramps were a bit quirky and hard to adjust to. If I lived in Bolton and I went there all the time, it would probably be higher up on the list. And it's still worth going to. I'm not going to say it's not worth going to. Then number 9, the controversial one, Project Skatepark. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. All the other skate parks above, which are free to get to, I feel are miles better than Projects. To sum it up, if I had to sum it up in 2 words, that skate park, no flow. Number 8, great small park, just maybe a little too small. Number 7, could probably be higher up on my list. Maybe I'm being harsh. Go and check it out. Watch my video. Make your own decision up. Maybe you think the list I've got here is not right and Hebden Bridge should be higher. Let me know. And number 10, Glossop. Again, a few flaws in it. Could be higher up if not. Marple Skate Park. Great all-round skate park. Nothing more I can say about it. Lowestoft Skate Park, the bowl and the steps, bring it up to where it is because it's just stuff you don't see in the other skate parks. And then Boulderstone has everything I want in a skate park. It's just not got the best vibe, and that's what holds it back a little bit. And then number 2, Alexander Skate Park, the best vibes you're going to get from a skate park around the Manchester area. Super good vibes, everyone's super friendly, and it's a good, nice skate park to boot. Number 1, the indoor skate park from Blackpool. So that's it, guys. That is my list from Skatepark Saturdays, the order that I feel the skate parks are. You may disagree, and if you do, I'd love to hear your comments below of what skate parks you think should change round in number order. Give me your lists of what you think, guys. And if there's any of these skate parks you've not seen, then go and check out Skatepark Saturday playlist and watch the full show. Anyway, guys, that's enough rambling. I've been on for far too long on this one. So I'm going to leave you now. So like, comment, subscribe, and also please, if you know anyone who likes gaming, go and check out my son's gaming channel. It would be much appreciated, and my son just would be so happy to get some more subscribers. So thanks for watching again, guys, and we'll see you hopefully very soon. I will get out for a skateboarding session and get it uploaded. Thanks again, guys.